we are discussing the complexity of the hash table. What is the complexity of the hash table? Hash table is used for searching purpose mainly, and to store the data at the database or any types of the storage for the security purpose, for easy access purpose, for a less complex time complexity to store to access the data. But some complexity always around this hash table. What is the complexity? The clustering. When we are storing some data, that is the income bucket. We call the storing capacity, storing location is bucket. Where we are storing the data at the bucket point, then some complexity that from clustering is gathered. What is the clustering? Primary clustering and secondary clustering. For primary clustering, we require the linear probing, and for secondary clustering, to remove the secondary clustering, we require the chaining process to different types of the process. First is the linear probing. Linear probing means linearly we select the storage. Linearly we find out the slot of the bucket slot to put the data. But it is not possible easily, because when we put the data at suppose index number 1, some data is there. Index number 1 contains the 51, index number 2 contains 52, index number 3 contains suppose 53. If we have 63, then it is not possible to put at that number index 3. So we have to put the next vacuum, next slot, next free slot, and this next free slot. To find out this next free slot, we need the linear probing. But to find out this linear probing, a clustering is gathered, because at a time, at the specific of time, it is not possible to find out this data, this number 3, this index number 3. So in this reason, a primary clustering is gathered, and the solution is linear probing. And on the other hand, another secondary clustering gathered when different types of location is fulfilled, but some data is waiting to give the bucket point to the specific location. Then it is called the secondary clustering. Secondary clustering is when 51, 61, 71, 73, 74, some data is gathered. Not at a destination, not a specific point, but destination is different, but gathering is at the same position. So that is called the secondary clustering. So this hash table face two main obstruction. That is, one is the primary clustering, another is secondary clustering. Primary clustering solution is linear probing. Secondary clustering solution is the chaining process. Chaining process is like a linked list. It consumes more memory, because we know that linked list used for using the pointer, and this pointer consumes some memory. So linked list becomes very slow, and it gives also slowness. It also consumes more memory. Thank you.